So Walter and I decided to stop at the Barton Cemetery, where I had mentioned in a previous video about Mr. George DeBar, who was hung in West Bend, and I believe it's 1855 is correct. The book is called Dark Lanterns, not Dark Lynching, and so I'm correcting that, and I believe the year was 1855, and it says that he was buried by a tree, or buried and a tree was planted by it, kind of, sort of. That's the rumor anyways. But we found this gravestone. It looks like a gravestone kind of tipping by the tree here.
I'm
so
getting hits on the K2.
We're kind of wondering.
I just got acknowledgement on the K2 here.
If that's George DeBar. George DeBar, if that's you,
can you light
up the K2 meter, please?
If it's somebody else, can you light up the K2 meter? Just touch it again. Make the lights go off again like you just did. No, they aren't doing it. Wouldn't you know it? Is this your gravestone?
So yeah, we're kind of wondering if that's George DeBar's grave right there. And we're going to walk around, see
I just got a little hit.
See what else we come up with.
What's his name?
George DeBar.
George DeBar. This is your gravestone. Can you light up these lights? This is somebody else's gravestone. Can you light up the lights again just so we know it's not George?
Now this is pretty interesting. You got this bush type of bush or tree that's growing right over the gravestone of somebody who passed away in 1874. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Well, looky, my old friend, right across the street from the cemetery is the Milwaukee River. I'm telling you, this thing flows everywhere. Flows everywhere in this area. You can't escape it. I'm just kind of wondering, you know, as I look at some of these older cemetery stones, headstones, 1876. These people were alive during the lynching of George DeBar. So, you know, I just kind of wonder if any were involved in the lynching of George DeBar. Some of these headstones are coming out of the ground, like this one here. This person died. You can read on that. That's pretty interesting. It says, in memory of Mary, wife of Mr. Caldwell. I'm not going to try to say the first name. It says, who died July 30th, 1852, in the 19th year of her life. So she actually passed away before the hanging, the lynching of George DeBar. It's very interesting how some of these graves are just come out of the ground due to time or what may be. I don't know what the meaning of that is. Maybe he was a sheriff. Here's another one, 1856, 34 years old. Can't really read the name on that one. Finding some pretty old gravestones. Walter said down in that area, he's down there straight ahead, he said he's found some graves as old as 1819, which would make this an incredibly, I never realized the cemetery was that old, if it is indeed. But I mean, a lot of these people, you know, they were alive in that time period. So, kind of makes you wonder if they were involved in any way, shape, or form in the hanging of George DeBar, 1856. So yeah, all these people were. Wow. Hold on, I'll be right there. This one here, Benjamin Davenport, New York Militia, War of 1812. He was born in 1789 and he passed away in 1865. Wow, you know, I've never stopped here before, and now I'm really glad I did. I've actually pulled in, but I never got out of my car. There's another one, died in 1854. So this person, I think that's a 5. So he passed away at 5 years, 1 month, and 2 days? 21 days? Martin Foster, he died in 1858. Aged 47 years, 3 months, and it looks like 4 days or 1 day. Again, he was probably around during the lynching of George DeBar as well. And here lies J.T. Taylor, apparently. Or J.F. Taylor? Otherwise known as our Fred. There's another one at looks like March of 55, which would have been before 1855, before the hanging of George DeBar. It's not a very big cemetery at all. Henry was born. He was alive during the George DeBar. He would have been 15 or so. He lived to be 90. This one here, George L. 1855. And then 1855?
Yeah, she died in 1850.
That one says 1851. Right here? That's a 1.
Can't you see the 5 here? Look.
I think somebody...
It's withered, but that's a 5.
Yeah, but he wasn't married. So they have a woman on here too. That can't be. And again, it was reported that he was buried without a mark.
Oh.
That could be a 5, 1832 or 1852. Here's one from 1849. So that's quite a while ago. Here's the final resting place of one Duncan McQueen, passed away in 1889, born 1805. As far as I know, no relation to Lightning.